One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Bengals have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going up against the Bills, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, a national championship winner as an Ohio State Buckeye. It's Cardale Jones.
And while his frame may imitate a defensive lineman now playing quarterback, don't get fooled at all, because when you see him throw the football, you know exactly why he's playing the position. Wide receivers love playing with this guy because he gives them a chance to go deep and catch the ball.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go!
Throwing Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Again, Peterson. He won't go down. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
For me, that's an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this can end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
Now Jones. It's caught on the left side by Curse. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals take possession. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
It's second down. Don't look it. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Dalton throwing on second down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Zebra.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. To throw now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing Jones. Under pressure, they got him again. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
And they'll go on the ground. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
2nd down, Dalton. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass.
380. 380.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals defense gearing up as they take the field. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll.
He's got daylight. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jermaine Kearse, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
To return, here's Chris Conley. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. A chance for us to look now at the Bills' defense. And they've got the lead. Last time they surrendered the field goal. We'll see what they do this go-around.
And giving up 3 is never ideal because any defense wants to pitch a shutout. But that's not a bad thing in most situations. You only give up field goals, your team has a chance to win.
Yeah, and they still, as I said, they've got the lead here. We'll see if they can get a stop and hold them to 0 points this time. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Dalton now to pass. Caught. Eifert over the middle. They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd down and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. Oh, what a move. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver down? And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Jones. That's caught at the 3. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Watkins alone on the left side. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to...
He's got a man. Complete. That one goes for 36 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Dalton, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So we've come upon halftime. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. Here's Conley. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They've talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Over the middle to Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And with this drop-off from last week, you know, a guy of his caliber, he doesn't take this very well, does he?
No, not at all. And right now it's a matter of who wants to even be around him at this point and who can be around him, maybe to help him settle down or just to listen to him a little bit, let him vent so he can get it out of his system. It's just such a stark difference from what we saw last week.
Yeah.
You've mentioned many times before how impressed you are with his footwork, his decision-making, his reads. For me, his overall athleticism last week, escaping the pocket and creating big plays. We're not seeing that so far.
Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And it'll be Dalton again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And Handoff comes to Peterson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL. Meaning,
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Vontaze Burfict. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try to take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Remember how much we enjoyed watching him last week?
It's the same thing. This one, look at those numbers.
I'd hate to be a defender right now, because no matter what they're throwing at him in terms of coverages, he's finding ways to defeat it. And even when he's covered, he's not covered. And what is he doing? What's that term they use? He's uncovering and making big catches. Really fun to watch.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Dalton throwing on second down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to walk back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. 3rd down and 4.
Zebra.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They run again with Peterson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. The Bills send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
taken at about the 16. Nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
A long way to go here for the offense on 3rd down after the penalty. 3rd and 15. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pressure comes and the Bills block it. Now they can run with it. Picked up inside the 35. Well, that's tough. You're trailing here in the 4th. Your margin for error is slim, and you get the punt block.
And when I played on punt teams, you did not want to hear on the field a second thud, because you always heard it come off the punter's foot. But that second one meant something bad. That meant a block. Down on the field, that's exactly what they heard. And now they're in a really tough situation.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 2nd down, Peterson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Jones. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Michael Johnson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's very difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry up. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He completes it right side to White. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, and drop them from the 1 back to the 2. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
And the Bills getting set to go. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now it's a chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football, because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
They'll look to throw, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So the safety, obviously a big play, but now the offense, maybe they feel pressure to score with the defense doing something like that. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Fresh set of downs here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Dalton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Second and 10. Dalton once more. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Dalton operating in the red zone now. This will be caught at the 2. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
He's back to throw. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock's...
This is caught inside the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone. But anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. You get a little bit of extra, and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Buffalo, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, despite the loss here, was a splendid regular season as they'll finish at 12-4. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long.